guys, what is going on? Hey, I wanted to come to you this evening and bring you a story about a teacher in Canada who is apparently trans and transitioning from male to female, and or they're appearing to transition. Again, I know I'm getting in trouble for saying this, but if you're a female, you're never going to become a male. Not really. And if you're a female, you're never going to become a male. Again, you're a trans male or a trans female. And, and again, we got to, somehow pretend that, that people that are trans are actually male or female, but the fact is it goes down to your very bones. So they're not, but they want to change the definition of things, but that's not their conversation. But anyways, this teacher in Canada is male and apparently wants to appear female. And therefore feels inside that they are this female with gigantic cartoon looking tatas. They had these big, huge, watermelons in their shirt. And we have to accept this. This is the way that it is. It's kind of like a female teacher maybe now is going to come to a school and say, you know what, I feel inside like I'm a male with a 4-foot long Johnson, and I'm going to wear that, and it's going to hang out the bottom of my pants and drag on the floor. And we got to accept this. That is the way it is. That's what we have to buy. This is where woke principles go beyond, they're absolutely 100% disturbing. This is where the woke left has gone way too far. And we got to buy into the fact they haven't. They know what they're doing. They have no freaking clue what they're doing. And again, up to a few years ago, I was definitely more sided with the left on things. I definitely was. In some ways, I still see a lot that is positive about the left on certain things. But things have gone way too far. Way too far. But again, this teacher is wearing these huge cartoon-like prosthetic fun bags, and we got to buy this shit. We got to buy this. This is normal. This is the way it is now. And we got to accept this, and we got to all be inclusive and say, yeah, that's the way it should be. That's the way this person feels on the inside, deep down. That's how they feel. And it's like, you know what? Let's not buy this stuff. Let's call it for what it is. It's perversion. It's absolute perversion. We're normalizing perversion. These kids that, they're the ones being harassed by, and it's so normal to them now that they don't even question it. But again, this is just absolute perversion. But again, this is where the woke left goes way too far. And they're too much of little bitches to understand that they're going to have to at some point stand up and say, you know what, let's stop this. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. And I know several guys like this that they're basically too afraid to stand up and say, this is wrong. They're too afraid. They're too afraid to look like they're not inclusive and woke and, understanding and accepting of other people. They don't want to appear that way. So they're hoping if they bite their lip, say nothing, and wait until the storm passes, it's going to pass. Guys, it's not going to pass. You're never going to have peace. It's never going to stop. There's never going to be enough. You're going to have to eventually stand up. Stop being led around by your balls and stand up. But anyways, I'm going to play some of this, and you guys can see exactly the, just how ridiculous this is. And understand the school is standing behind this person. And it's like, well, of course they are. The school is too afraid of getting sued. They're afraid of being looked at like, they're not woke enough. That like, they're not inclusive. But here, let me go ahead and play this.
A teacher wearing these extremely large prosthetic breasts in the classroom and even in shop class while showing a demonstration of how to use some machinery. A lot of people responding to this saying, this is inappropriate, this just shouldn't be happening. Well, the Toronto Sun got in touch with the school board. They told columnist Joe Warmington that they are standing by the teacher, that they are actually
well, of course they are,
for the teacher. Little unclear what exactly all of that means. People initially said that they were planning to do some sort of a protest, and the school board actually said they were planning for protests. Although
again, people are too afraid to stand up. But, I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. This is really sad. It really is. But, and perverted. But, I'm sorry, the 12-year-old inside of me wants to laugh at this. He wants to say, oh my freaking God, look at that big old boobies. It's like, good God, we got to get to a point to where we are calling this stuff as what it is. And it's just perversion. And it's just a ridiculous form of acceptance. We have to accept again, maybe a female teacher needs to go into the school wearing an 8-foot long dildo, and that's the way it is. That's the man they feel like they are. Some kind of it's like, if that's the kind of woman that this man feels like he is on the inside, it's like, that's not a normal woman. That's not a woman. That's some kind of cartoonish version of perverted bullshit that you believe you are, and you believe women are. And it's just, anyways. I wanted to talk on this. I wanted to report this and put this up. And you do with it what you will. But, guys, we need to start standing up to what is happening and what is going on.
You son of a